exclusive content and learn more about the films, go to tcm.com/essentials.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. I'm having a great time here tonight. Emmy Award-winning actress, writer, and producer Tina Fey is our guest programmer. And Tina, you are now an official member of the TCM family.
Thank you.
And with that comes a lot of responsibility.
is there a cafeteria that I have access to?
Dues, you have to pay dues, yes.
Are there jackets?
Yes,
okay,
indeed. Tina's final pick for us is a film from 1974. Wonderful movie that showcases some of the best moments from MGM's library of films from the 1920s to the 1950s. It's the original That's Entertainment. Now, do you remember when you first saw this movie?
I do, actually, because I'm pretty sure that my family went to this movie in the theater, and I think this is the first movie I saw in a theater. And I have a distinct memory of my parents saying to me, if anyone asks you, you're 5. Because you had to be 5. Back then, you know, people drag their babies into the theater to see like Saw 4. But back then, you had to be 5 to go into a movie theater to see a, a movie that wasn't for little kids. And it was the most exciting night of my life, certainly at that time, and the most exciting thing I had ever seen. Right.
I always thought that this is where, I think it is true, this is where nostalgia started. I don't think there was any great nostalgia for the past movies. There was certainly no TCM, no demand for old movies until this movie came out and kind of reminded everybody about what great movies and great visuals that people were given in movie theaters back then, and so people started investigating a little more. Yeah, I had so much pleasure showing this movie to my daughter also, who had not seen many of these things. Some of the movies she had seen, she's seen Meet Me in St. Louis, she's seen really famous things, but just, these old Busby Berkeley sequences where it's I forget what movie it is, but there's like this, a pretty girl is like a melody, maybe, and they're just like this rotating From the
thing,
Great
and it's
Ziegfeld.
So giant, and she was sort of like, what
a big birthday
what
cake.
are they on? What's happening? Why are they doing that? I was like, wait, it's gonna pull back, and then they just pull back. And it's an amazing spectacle. Yeah, I have one favorite moment in the movie, and that's where Elizabeth Taylor is hosting briefly at one point, and I think it's just funny because of Elizabeth Taylor was married at that point to Richard Burton, and she would slip into a British accent once in a while, and she comes down and she's talking about being on the set of these movies and watching all this singing and the dancing. Yes, she does. The dancing. The Elizabeth, you grew up in L.A., for God's sake. The what we would call wraparounds, the parts that were shot that were new in 1974 are now equally fascinating to watch. I had so many revelations rewatching it. One, I was like, oh my God, Gene Kelly's wearing a toupee. Oh my God, Gene Kelly's been wearing a toupee this whole time. Like, who knew? That was a revelation I had. The Elizabeth Taylor's accent. The interesting way that the different stars, they have this kind of straight copy to camera of like, in 1946, and they all do it so differently. And Liza Minnelli, whose look is amazing with the shag haircut, and she delivers this, thing to camera about her mom, and she's so kind of like warm and vulnerable. You get the person's real acting style. Elizabeth Taylor's kind of grand. A fun thing to look for when you watch it now is the sequence they did with Mickey Rooney. I was like, did Mickey Rooney just say like, I'll only give you an hour or something, because he's in like a really weird set, and then I was like, did they not do this again? He's talking and he's walking through the old Andy Hardy neighborhood, and he stops. His end mark, he's completely in tree shadow. Like it's sort of terribly shot. His go-to. I was like, he must have just been like, I don't feel like doing this or something. Because some of them are so elegant, and then some of them seem so slapdash. You get one take. He's like, you get one take, I'm going home. Yeah, so it's a good movie. So let's have a look at it. At the singing and the dancing. The dancing. And the dancing. Here's the movie from MGM in 1974, the original That's Entertainment.